Being ashamed of Jesus. A lot of us know the feeling, if you grew up in a Christian household and you know deep down that Jesus is real, but when he gets talked about, you'll say, yeah, I believe in Jesus, but you're not gonna really, proclaim his name in front of certain people because you care what they think of you. You care what they think of you when you're not gonna do certain sins. But I'm here to tell you that you are not to be ashamed of Jesus Christ. Romans 1:16 says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation." There's nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to Jesus. The reason why it feels awkward is because it's the truth that pierces people's hearts. It doesn't get awkward when people talk about Buddha, their spiritual journey with Buddha, or New Age type stuff. People like to talk about how they're spiritual and, post about it and everything. But when we start talking about Jesus Christ, things get weird for certain people. And that's because it's the truth that pierces men's hearts. And there's a war, there's spirits that are trying to convince every soul that either Jesus isn't real, Jesus isn't the true and living God. Yeah, and it can manifest in different ways, like, the lighting is kind of bad. It's fine. Like, one way is people just thinking it's not cool, right? So if you're at the high school age, talking about Jesus is like, yeah, you might admit that, like, you believe in him, but you're not going to feel that passion for him, when you have that any sense of ashamedness. And is that even a word? I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, I can tell you from experience, it's something I had to grow in and grow into. Before I was born again, when people would talk about God, I would defend him. I'd be like, he's real. But, I was living in sin. Like, it would be conversations while I'm drinking, stuff like that. When I got born again, I was like, oh no, he's real and I'm living righteously. And there were certain people I let know that, but then when it would get brought up in certain settings, I would still shy away. And then I grew into, no, I don't care who knows. This is the truth. This is my testimony. This is what Jesus did for me. He saved me from everything, every power of darkness. And then I grew more into, like, dude, I gotta tell people about Jesus. Not only, like, let the people in my life know what my beliefs are, but, like, go out and meet people on the street or wherever and tell them about the good news of Jesus Christ. And then, I would step out in that, but I would still have some sense of fear in certain situations, because, like I said, there's a war for people's souls, and there's going to be a spirit of fear that's going to come on you when you try to tell somebody about Jesus, filling you with all these lies to try to get you not to do it, because it's the one truth that will set people free, and the enemy has people bound in chains. So I'm really reaching a point where I just walk in so much authority, and I know the truth, and it's always matched. It's always, like, paired with love and compassion. I feel so much love and compassion for people, and it's a process, like, making sure that it's done in humility and not viewing people as, like, a target or, like, that I'm any better than them, because that's self-righteousness. But not that I necessarily ever struggled with that, but, like, there's all those different things that we just process through in our journey of sanctification. But, like, recently I'm just like, dude, I don't care what people think of me. You know how freeing that is? Like, I'm gonna tell everybody about Jesus, and I do not care, and I'm gonna do it in love. Like I said, like, I have authority, but it's not like a prideful authority. It's like I have the love of Jesus Christ flowing through me, and this is the truth, and I'm not afraid to say it, and I know that it's the one thing that will set you free. Because it's not just something that works for me, right? It's not just something that, that's cool, that works for you. No, it's the truth, and it's not my truth, it's the truth. And the truth is the same truth for every human being living, because we were all created by the same truth, which is Jesus. Jesus is the truth. So all being created from him, we are all only fulfilled by him. And so when people try to, come at the fact that I spread Jesus with, well, like, you don't know what works for them. No, I know that Jesus is King of Kings. Like, he is king over every single thing. So yeah, you might have like certain struggles that are different than the ones that I've had in my life, but I know he's still king over that. And something I realized recently is like, there's always that subtle, like, when there's that pushback, there's that subtle feeling of, oh, well, like, I want to be like humble, I don't want to be prideful and be like, no, like, I know. But like, there's certain people who I'm like, they don't know Jesus, but like, it seems like their life is going pretty good, and like, like, there's certain people where it's easier to share Jesus in a way, because you're like, okay, like, they're completely broken, and it's like, this is their last hope, and you can share it with them because they're just in like that broken place and they're open to receiving it. But with certain people, it's like, they're like, no, my life's going good, like, I have the friends, I have the boyfriend and girlfriend, I have like my workout routine, like whatever it is, everything on the outside could look good. But like, I'm realizing lately with like God showing me certain examples of people, like, no, but they're still broken. Like, they're, even though they seem happy, like right now, or in the season of their life, or like just on the outside, really, like, there's things like that they feel like they have to hide. There's things that they never got healing from. There's things like, there's fear of man, there's insecurity. Like, everybody has these issues. It's not like, Jesus is not for like he's for the broken, which means everybody. He's for the sinners, which means everybody. Like, he's not for just people who went deep into drugs, and like, he's not just for, on the other end of things, like, he's not just for people that were raised in the church. Like, he is for every single person, because he created everyone. Like, once you really understand that he's the creator and he's the lover of your soul, it's like, what else is there? Like, he's the answer. And people might think that it's like, I don't know, prideful or like ignorant to think that you've found the truth. But like, when you've found the truth, you've found the truth, because it resonates with you. And people say like, oh, like, always continue searching, but it's just like, I believe that it makes more sense that we were created to be able to like access that truth and like find it, and like, because it fulfilled me. Like, I know it's the truth because I'm changed. I'm a different person, literally such a different person than I was like 2 years ago. And like, I don't know how I'm trying to explain it. Like, when you know the truth, when you know, and there's nothing that can like show me, there's nothing you could show me that would deny the fact of what already has happened in my life, and like, I've seen happen in others' lives. And the people that have been touched by Jesus are all of different races, different backgrounds, have different stories, different struggles. And we all come to this place of like realizing what the truth is. And it resonating deeply with us because we know we were created for him. He's the truth. When I say the truth, I'm talking about Jesus, because truth is a person and love is a person. So we weren't created to just float around and be like on this ever searching, ever seeking knowledge and truth and just searching it out. Like, we only have so many years on this earth, and then we die. So it's like, what's the purpose if all of us are constantly searching and there's no real answer, or like everybody has a different answer? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, clearly this earth has a purpose, we're clearly here for a reason. Like, mankind is here for a reason. You're not just like a random being and I'm another random being. Like, yes, we're unique individuals, but the beauty of God is that in our uniqueness and individuality, which he loves, which he created, which is like a huge part of like his beauty and love, but like even in that, he's still the one that satisfies each of our souls. And like, we all can have a unique relationship with God, but he's the same God for all of us, and his nature doesn't change. Just because we find him at different points in our lives, or we might like have revelation about different aspects of who he is, it's still the same God, and like, he will reveal who he is to anybody who calls upon his name. So if you've been seeking and searching for truth, what if it's as simple as calling out? Like, you may think you're speaking to a void, you may think you're just speaking to the air, speaking to yourself, but what if it's as simple as just asking? And what if you try the name of Jesus? Like, what do you have to lose, But if you, out of a genuine heart, ask Jesus to reveal himself to you as the truth, I know he will. And once that really resonates in you, you'll never be ashamed of him again. Because the truth shall set you free. The truth is what sets people free. And when you're filled with his love, you want freedom for other people more than you want to look cool, like to fit into culture. You're either for Jesus or against him. Like, he was counterculture. So you're either with the culture, who's like, all about image and like being, caring what people think of you and like being cool and looking cool and putting on a mask. Or you're with Jesus, who is the truth, who loves everybody, who does not judge on the outward appearance, who has such an amazing plan for you, who will completely fulfill, satisfy, complete you, complete your soul. It's one or the other. Like, they don't mix, because Jesus is that holy. He's that different. So, yeah, I don't know where that all just came from, but hopefully that's a word for somebody. So, yeah, thanks for listening, and have a great day.